Good evening and welcome to the 2022 White Coat Ceremony. I am Dr. Mary Shortreed, and we are pleased to be able to offer this ceremony in a virtual format. The history of the White Coat Ceremony dates back to 1993, when Dr. Arnold Gold was still a practicing physician and professor of medicine. Dr. Gold wanted to be sure to instill the value of humanism early in the medical students' education. Soon, the majority of medical schools across North America were also holding white coat ceremonies, focusing on the attribute of humanism. In 2014, the Gold Foundation and the American Association of Colleges of Nursing expanded the white coat ceremonies to include nursing, thus recognizing their contributions to healthcare. Currently, over 360 schools of nursing hold white coat ceremonies for their students. Each year, 50 more schools of nursing receive grants to host their first white coat ceremony. These grants are given by a program sponsored by the Gold Foundation trustee, Elaine Adler, and her late husband, Michael. Take time to watch the story of the history of the white coat ceremony in the legacy of Arnold P. Gold. Each year, the Arnold P. Gold Foundation designs a new pin and donates them to each of the white coat ceremonies. The Mobius loop symbolized the continuous bond of trust, respect, and clear communication between healthcare professionals and their patients, which occurs when humanism is at the core of medical practice. Our first speaker is President James Tressel, President of Youngstown State University.
We are excited to be celebrating our 7th annual White Coat Ceremony. These ceremonies were first initiated by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, who donates the pins each year, which our students proudly wear on their white coats. The ceremony celebrates our sophomore nursing students taking your next step on your journey to become nurses, as you begin your clinical rotations and start caring for patients. This is a huge milestone for all of you, because up until this time, you've only practiced on each other in the lab. This ceremony celebrates all you've accomplished so far and is a reminder of your commitment to provide care with the utmost compassion and respect for others in the future. I know you're excited to make a difference and help those in need within our community. Nurses have taken the forefront. People now know how important you are. This is a wonderful opportunity and a tremendous responsibility. We're excited for you.
Thank you, President Tressel. Next, I would like to introduce Dr. Nancy Wagner, Director of the Centophony School of Nursing and the Distinguished Tressel Endowed Chair in Leadership.
Good evening and welcome sophomore students, families, friends to our White Coat Ceremony. I am Nancy Wagner, Director of the Centophony School of Nursing. Tonight, instead of speaking to you in our usual spot in Koekali Center or Bigley Center, I am bringing you greetings from our School of Nursing offices. Congratulations on receiving your white coat and your pin representing humanism and excellence. Last year at this time, we thought our video ceremony would be one and done. Are we surprised? Probably not really. But like everything else, we were trying to make life festive and important to us and to you as our students. This is our 6th White Coat Ceremony, and every year it continues to be a shining moment for you and your families. We love to celebrate. On behalf of our entire School of Nursing, including our faculty and staff, we wish you sincere congratulations on this first of many special moments in your nursing careers. We are proud of our YSU nursing programs. We are proud of you as Penguins. Today our BSN program continues as the premier nursing program in Youngstown and the only RN program in the community to offer an entry-level BSN. Currently, we enroll over 300 BSN students and over 200 graduate students. That's a big jump for us. And we also have a doctoral program in nursing anesthesia. While we're proud of our enrollment size, we're very careful not to sacrifice excellence. Our dedicated faculty, many of you know them already, are outstanding teachers in the classroom and practitioners in the clinical setting. They have taught our students how to care for patients across the lifespan, in long-term care facilities, in hospitals, in patient homes, and in the community. Next year, you will be in the community. Before the pandemic, our faculty accompanied students to Mexico and Israel, Haiti, to the Dominican Republic, and Rwanda. Before you graduate, we hope you'll have that experience. Our Centofanti School of Nursing is a member of the prestigious American Association of Colleges of Nursing, a national organization that sets standards and provides resources for its baccalaureate and graduate member schools. All programs are fully accredited, and AACN was our original link to this white coat ceremony. And then at the time, we received a grant from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, and you will see the Arnold Gold Foundation on your pins. Nurses and other healthcare workers are certainly in the news. During this challenging time of the pandemic, it's been nurses, it's been our YSU alumni and faculty and students who've been the heroes at the bedside and in the community, risking their own health to care for thousands of people, patients, families. We are always concerned, but we're always proud. As you begin your clinicals, you'll be caring for patients across the lifespan. Keep your eyes open and your options open. You think you might know what you want to do now, but you might be surprised once you start taking care of babies and children and mothers and sick patients and emergency room patients. As a future baccalaureate graduate, you'll be in high demand, not only locally, but also recruited regionally and nationally. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our co-chairs of the committee, Laura Calcagni and Lori Fusco, for tonight's event, along with our White Coat Committee, Sheila Blank, Paula McCluskey, Danielle Klass, Randy Heasley, Rose Mucci, and Mary Shortreed, and our office staff, Amy Kite and Laura Robich, all who worked many hours to assure smooth sailing for this ceremony. Every detail that was discussed was planned very well. We want to wish you our heartfelt congratulations on this special day. I hope to see all of you soon. I'm excited for you, and have a great evening. Thank you.
And our featured 2022 White Coat Ceremony speaker is Rob Ty, a member of the Youngstown State University School of Nursing graduating class of 2016, and most recently a member of the 2021 graduating class with his Master of Science in Nursing degree. Rob would like to share his wisdom and passion for nursing with our sophomore students.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rob Ty, and it's my absolute honor to be chosen as your guest speaker this evening. I'm a Youngstown State BSN alum from the class of 2016, and I recently completed my MSN here at YSU with a focus in anesthesia. Currently, I am the newest certified registered nurse anesthetist addition to Bell Park Anesthesia, based right here in Youngstown, Ohio. As I sit here delivering this speech to you, I can remember my own pinning ceremony here at Youngstown State. It seems like a lifetime ago, but only minutes have passed for some of us. I remember not knowing if I would like nursing, if I would be good at nursing. I remember thinking to myself, what if I can't do this? What if I'm not good enough? It sounds ridiculous looking back with everything that we've been through since 2016, but those are real fears that some people have coming into this field. Rest assured, you are good enough. You've always been good enough. You've been hand-selected by a whole lot of people smarter than me to represent our university and our community. The first bit of advice I can give you is to believe you belong here. You can only achieve so much on the confidence of others. During my undergraduate studies, I met some of the most amazing people here, faculty and staff alike. And some of these people are my closest friends and colleagues today. We've accomplished incredible goals together. We've laughed, we've cried, we've won, we've lost, but we always did it together. No one person can shoulder the burden of sickness. It's not sustainable. In the light of this recent pandemic, nursing was cast to the forefront as a beacon of hope for many people and communities. The concept of essentialism became synonymous with healthcare workers. We became the last defense charged with additional responsibilities and duties, more than just passing meds and making rounds. We took on this role of educating the public, the community, our families. It's been a tremendous burden for the profession, but we have prevailed thus far. What has been asked of nursing in the last 24 months has never been asked of any profession, other than a soldier. It's an ironic analogy to say the least, but it doesn't make it any less true. These last couple of years have truly reshaped our industry and profession. More will be asked of you in this profession than you can hope to master in a lifetime. In 2020, when the virus really took off and ramped up, they froze our clinical rotations during our master's program at YSU. Our clinical rotations were frozen because we needed to preserve PPE and other resources that were, considered essential, but we were running short on a micro and macroscopic level. So a lot of us retreated back to our hospitals where we came from, where we kind of cut our teeth on the units. I went back to Trumbull Regional right here in Trumbull County, where I made my name as a critical care registered nurse. And they needed the help. The place was in shambles. The staff was beaten. They were exhausted. The place was absent of any morality. The acuity of the patients was unsustainable. The entire circus was unsustainable. But we endured. Those healthy enough came back to work, and every day we fought. There was no crisis pay or travel nurse wage hikes. There was just a community fighting for their own, doing the job that we signed up to do. That's nursing. That stuff right there, that's the heartbeat of nursing. You have to pick up your team when they're down, because chances are down the road, you're going to need help off your knees as well. You've heard the saying, or you hear the saying, that nurses eat their young. And that is sometimes true, but that's the exception. That's not the rule. It takes a team in this business. A lot of people can find their way into healthcare, but to stay in this industry and in this profession, it takes a team. It takes relationships. It takes people like you. So in order to move forward in medicine and nursing, we need fresh blood. We need fresh insight. We need a pulse in this profession, and that's you guys. Those who are willing to join in this fight and hopefully make the difference. I've lived a lot of lives in my short time in this world. No job has provided me with more fulfillment, purpose, and satisfaction than that of a bedside critical care registered nurse, truly. I've been an executive chef, a general manager. I've had every position you could at a restaurant. And I didn't know if I would like nursing, but I was fortunate enough to come to love nursing and truly have a passion for what I would come to do as a living. In a lot of ways, this is the most honest and intimate relationship you can have, is with a patient, especially those that are failing or not doing well. That's when you will find that people are absolutely without falsehood and deceit. That's when they're the most honest, and they're trusting you, and they're counting on you to be their advocate and to fight for them and to help them heal and get better. And we don't win all of these battles, but we sure try every time, 100%, maximum effort. And that's what kind of separates us, is that when we don't give 100%, when we don't give maximum effort, people get hurt. And sometimes, it can be avoided. Sometimes it's the sickness has just taken them too much. So the relationships you make with your patients at the bedside is the epitome of humanity. You will never find a more grateful person than a patient who is on the mend. It's an incredible transformation to see their mental and emotional state in sickness and in health. So we play a paramount role in that, and we need you guys. The faculty and clinical staff at YSU, I have to take a minute to recognize them and to talk to you guys about them, because these are the people that will come to be your colleagues. But prior to that, they'll serve as your instructors, and you need these people. They are tremendous. The staff at YSU is flat out top-notch. They've given me every opportunity and every resource I have ever needed to succeed, when a lot of other people would not. This was kind of my last second chance getting into nursing. I've worn a lot of different hats at the university, but I was kind of running out of time with having, an older family and kind of being a little more established than some traditional students. But YSU gave me that chance. They stuck by me. They believed in me the entire way. And I have accomplished tremendous feats with them by my side and as a support system, and you will too. So you can trust these people. You can count on them. It's their job to get you there. They have a true passion for it. And if you match their efforts, there's no question that you will be at the finish line in 4 years. To accomplish all this requires tremendous sacrifice, though. I don't believe you can achieve greatness without sacrificing greatly. You don't develop sound clinical assessment skills overnight. You have to devote a respectable amount of time to your studies in order to progress naturally. The efficacy by which you practice is a combination of your education, your experiences, and your instincts. My wife and I had 2 young children going through nursing school, and it was not easy. But it's important to remember that everybody has something going on. Everybody will have some adversity throughout their coursework because that's life. How you juggle it all and balance school is the first step in your multitask training. What's important is that you understand what you can and cannot handle on your own, and that will translate into your nursing career. People don't get worried about what you do know. People get worried about what you don't know, you do not know. So it's incredibly important to be humble and to stay modest until you really hone and sharpen those skills and can apply them in high pressure situations. But you will be able to. I have never had an instance where I couldn't go to the university and reach out to one of the instructors or faculty members directly within the nursing department, whether it be for didactic work or for clinical rotation. Have been very accommodating to me over the years, even well after I've finished my BSN studies, prior to starting my graduate studies. YSU has always made themselves available. The nursing faculty is very involved in the community, and they will expect you to take on that role as well. But it's a lot of fun, and it's worth it, without question. This faculty, they've dedicated their entire lives to improving this program and advancing our practice. It's because of their work that YSU is able to offer graduate studies for advanced practice nursing, which is something that many of you will entertain down the road, I'm sure. So to be a nurse is to be both selfish and selfless. We must be selfish in advocating for our patients for fear that their voices not be heard. I cannot emphasize the importance of patient advocacy. Much like we become the eyes, ears, and hands for many of the physicians and surgeons that you'll work with, the patients too are in need of our senses and skills. Many of these patients are intubated and incapacitated, whether it's pharmacologically or, from sickness. And they cannot speak. They cannot express pain or discomfort or hunger. It's important for the nurses at the bedside to recognize the needs and the wants of the patients and to fight for them, when appropriate, of course. We must be selfless to appreciate empathy and to seek out appropriate and well-informed solutions. We function in a world of evidence-based practice, but there are many gray areas in healthcare. More often than you'd like, you will serve as the last defense for your patients. It's imperative that you check your ego at the door, because in this profession, pride can come at the cost of life or limb. They will teach you all of these things throughout your studies at Youngstown State Nursing. It's the embodiment of what they do, is to put safe practitioners out there that are competent and capable. And from my experience, I know a lot of people from every class since I've graduated and many from those before. And they've just done an outstanding job of rounding out this program. And I could not be more proud to be a part of it. Lastly, I would part with you some wisdom that was passed down to me. There is no amount of money in the world that has ever bought a second of time. Ever. Your personal health, whether it be physical, emotional, or mental, is of paramount importance. It's nearly impossible to effectively take care of others at an optimum level when you're not taking care of yourself or when you're not well yourself. Remember to look up every once in a while. Take in some moments and be proud of your efforts. This world will not always thank you, but that doesn't mean it's not grateful. Sometimes it can be hard to find the good in this world, but it's there. And we just need more people to help uncover it. So your future is what you make it. I hope you guys take it to the limit, guys. Congratulations on your acceptance of the program again. We're all excited to see what you guys are going to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob, for sharing your heartfelt words with our nursing students. Now I would like to introduce each student of the class of 2024 who are in their white coats with their gold foundation pin. Please take a moment to read what each student has written regarding what their white coat means to them. Marin Abatista. Zaina Abdul, Ali Al-Jafar, Jaden Barton, Isabella Beato, Aaron Bell, Bridget Bobovnik, Madeline Bodner, Madison Bova, Haley Brooks, Stephen Bryan, Lindsay Cave, Bianca Chaser, Victoria Capola, Zoe Davis, Katie Demetrios, Eliana DeMichael, Elizabeth DeSalle, Haley Duncan, Emma Erickson, Nick Ishmael, Marina Farinitz, Sydney Ferguson, Shelby Fournier, Amanda Franco, Kaylee Franzen, Nathaniel Galino, Brock Grundy, Alexa Harkins, Hannah Hassett, Alexandria Haynes, Rebecca Horn, Giovanna Hosak, Caitlin Howe, Carly Huber, Julia Hum, Ikra Imran, Jamie Lynn Jones, Nakisha Kelly, Madison Kessler, Megan Kidd, Kylie Kinsey, Brooklyn Kirkpatrick, Brianna Coper, Mary Coons, Ava Lagamba, Abigail Langmeyer, Sarah Leonard, Dakota Lukness, Justin Marie, Mitzi Martin, Janessa Martinelli, Aubriana McClellan, Samuel McDonald, Madison McGowan, Alexis McLewis. Melissa Mershimmer. Mariah Merton. Macy Muzzolino. Gianna Myers. Evan Olin. Ariana Ormiston. Stacy Pezzenti. Jada Protopapa. Bailey Ramlow. Jeremy Ray. Jennifer Riebel. Nicolina Retort. Adam Rusnak. Emily Russell. Brooke Schutte. Kaylee Senvisky. Kaylee Shoemaker. Natalie Sisler. John Slike. Genevieve Smith. Michelle Smith. Mia Stana. Robert Stoy. Emily Testa. Andriana Tosicki. Reagan Todd. Maria Sarnas. Gina Vanetti, Brianna Wasilishin, Madison Weinreber, Tara Williams, Grayson Zinni, These are the white coat recipients for the nursing class of 2024. Now we come to the white coat ceremony oath. I invite all of the sophomores to read along with me. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns, act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care, apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients, exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements, accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence, promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I take this oath voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you for joining us this evening, and congratulations again to the class of 2024. Please tag and share your comments and photos with us on social media. And thank you to all the faculty and staff of the Centofanty School of Nursing for making this presentation a success.